Hello, Cappies. Cappies. I hope that you're happy. Not meant to be doing a reading for you today. I normally do each sign every 2 weeks, but we did make that tradition. In the last video, I was talking about how it's become a tradition now to do the Cappy readings on a Thursday and to have coffee. And, there's a few little traditions that we have now with your readings that have kind of developed over time. And I wasn't intending to do any readings today. I've actually been painting and building wardrobes, and it's one of those cases of like, Monica's cupboard in Friends, where it's like she seems really tidy, but then she opens the cupboard and there's just so much stuff in there. It's like, I don't understand how stuff multiplies when you take it out of a cupboard and then you've got more stuff that can actually go back in the cupboard. It's like, how does that work? It's like cupboards are the TARDIS or something. So, anyway, that aside, yeah, all my readings were up for the week. I wasn't planning on starting next week's readings yet. It was, readings were not on my mind. But I got so many intuitive messages through last night, and I did feel like they were for you. I'd watched Awakening to Spirits Cappy reading. It went up yesterday on Wednesday, and I was gobsmacked because she had the same card and the same message that I've been getting for you for the past sort of month in your readings, ever since that reading where you kind of like leapt ahead and pushed Libra back to Thursday, and you were like, no, I'm taking the lead. That taking the lead card from the let me just grab it. Actually, I've got it here somewhere. Hello. So this card, the cover image from the Spirit Animal Oracle, I keep getting it for you, this like take the lead business, or like, the ascent that's been coming through for you. And she had the card, and I was watching her reading, and I had this kind of like, oh my God, I've got it moment. It was like, I didn't get it because it's not for me, it's for you guys, but I feel like you're going to get it. It's like, I feel like you've been getting this message where it's like you've got something to do, or you've got some sort of purpose, or you're being told to take the lead, but you're a little bit like, what in? Like, what am I meant to be doing? Like, I know I've got to step up, but I need some kind of direction here. I feel like you're going to get it. I feel like it's just going to like spring into, I'm hearing spring into action. That's not what I was going to say. It's just like something's going to click. You're going to have a light bulb moment. I do keep seeing the tower actually in off-camera readings. Not specifically for you, but it just keeps coming out. So I feel like you're going to have this aha moment. And for me, the way it was coming through, it was like just to kind of say, I really felt validated because I keep getting this energy for you where you're like pushing ahead, taking the lead, going first, or like, stepping up in some way. And to have it validated by her, who I really respect, Cindy, she's called, another Cindy, Awakening to Spirit. I really respect her as a reader. So when she got the same message, I was like, that validates, it feels like validation to me, right? So go and watch her reading because there could be something else in that for you. But it was like as I was listening to her, I was like, it maybe it's like a play on words. It's funny that I'm saying play. Cancer this week had something where they were like on stage or they were doing set design. So it could be like take the lead part, right? It's funny, ages ago I had this thing with Cancer where it's like, it came through as like Marilyn Monroe as there's a song called Lazy that she does, and it's kind of a little movie clip if you go and look it up on YouTube. And there's this guy, and he's like the writer or the director or something, and he's watching or the producer, and he's watching Marilyn Monroe up on the stage, and he says, one day, like, I'm gonna make her my wife or something like this. So funny. I don't know if you're connecting with the Cancerian, but yeah, like, so maybe you were like the writer or the director or the producer, and you're going to be like the lead actor, right? Take the lead. Yeah. Or it could be like you're doing, I don't know what it means. World is a stage, take the lead in your own life. If somebody offers you something like at work, take it. You are good enough to do it. And there's something, I'm getting a lot of like Nine of Swords energy for you, like really stuck in your own head, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of burdens. Excuse me a second. All right. So, yeah, like So on my notes here, I've got focus on the vision. So I feel like you've got some kind of, it's coming through as like star card energy, like you've got this sense of calling, or this sense of like something that you have a strong passion or desire to do. It's like you kind of have some sort of direction or some kind of project that you really want to get working on, and I feel like you've got a lot of kind of burdens or responsibilities, or you know, just a lot of things coming up, or like almost like regrets as well. I'm getting through, where it's like this is all distraction. It's all distraction from that star energy that was coming through again in your last reading. It's like, please just focus on the main goal. An example would be like, you know, the like this morning the wardrobes needed building and the pots needed washing, but I could have spent my time washing the pots, but there'd just be more pots, you know, this evening, tomorrow morning, the day after, the day after. It's a never ending job. So I could spend my time doing that, or I could spend my time building the wardrobe, which is kind of like you do it once, it's done, it's permanent. So it's almost like prioritize in a way where you're not wasting time on things that are never ending jobs. You know, prioritize the things that you can do once and then tick it off the list. So try and focus that energy, because I'm getting on, excuse me, I'm getting almost like I had a massive pasta just before this reading, and I was like, my tummy's going to be grumbling, I'm going to be burping. But do you know what, Capricorn? I wasn't meant to be doing your reading today, and your energy is being bossy. So it's like, come on, you said this was tradition. It's Thursday. Where's my reading? I'm like, I mean, give me a chance. Not meant to be doing it. It's 2 weeks, Cappy. So yeah, so it's like I'm getting this kind of Virgo energy of multitasking, where you're going to have to really focus on the important things. This is, again, it's a message that keeps on coming through for you. Write these down, okay? Right, number 1, take the lead, whatever that means to you. Number 2, drop some burdens, drop the things that can be done tomorrow. Focus on the jobs that you can tick off the list, okay? But mainly focus on the one thing, and I think you know what it is, or you will do soon. You're going to have that light bulb moment. Get out of your head and into earth energy is my note. So yeah, you're in your own head. You're in like this mental energy, analyzing, thinking things through, strategizing, like King of Swords energy. Get out of your head. You're an earth sign. That is where your like power lies, in actually doing the things. So the mental energy is great, but when it's causing blockages, when you're overthinking, just get back into doing. So it could be like, even if it's like, go and do the gardening, or just wash the pots, like you'll feel better for doing something, because it's getting you out of that like stuck in your head energy, which is, it's like they're showing me a card called Stuck in the Mud. Yeah, okay, so in bed last night, as I was trying to sleep, I started getting songs through. I got Love Again by Lipa, which is like her new one. They were showing me particularly like the image of the egg. There's like lots of people lassoing the egg, and they wear clown faces, but at the end she's got a clown face too, because the song's about like, oh no, I'm gonna swear, sorry, because it's how it's coming through. Oh shit, it's happening again, I'm falling in love again, is how it's coming through for you, because you also got Falling in Love Again by Marlene Dietrich. I had to Google it, I couldn't remember who it's by, but it's that falling in love again, what am I to do? I can't help it. So yeah, I can't. So I'm happy. I'm excited because I'm like I'm Venus Libra, and like, yeah, Sun Libra, Venus Libra, Mercury Libra. So if we're talking about love readings, I'm excited. But yeah, I think you're getting out of an energy of being hurt or in a dark place. If I'm going over like what's been happening through your readings for a while, hurt or in a dark place, sort of regrets and guilt I'm getting, and beating yourself up over things, and but it was that Saturn energy that's been in your chart for a while that's been teaching you some kind of like hard life lessons, right? It's ultimately for your greater good. It's ultimately taking you into that Phoenix energy. So doing the work, doing the shadow work because they've been making you basically, and getting to a point now where I feel like you're starting to come out of it. You had that thing with like the butterfly wings. They're just showing me the card again, the Eight of Swords card that was in one of your readings, where it's like you want to stretch out your wings, but they're still kind of a little bit tender, a little bit vulnerable. You're not, so you're coming out of it. You are starting to come out of it now, and I feel like maybe a lot of you wanted to be independent for a while. Like you've got this thing in your head where like, I'm just going to focus on my work, I'm going to focus on building up my money, I'm going to focus on getting myself really stable, being happy in my own energy, feeling confident, feeling strong and independent. And it's like, oh, I didn't mean to fall in love, I wasn't ready to start dating, whoops. Whoops, I opened my heart, oh no, now the floodgates are coming. It feels a bit like that. And then I also got, I don't know if this is the way somebody feels about you, or if this is the way, yes, sirens are blaring, right? Oh no, warning signs. Because I think it's like, because you're still vulnerable, those of you that this is connecting with, where you're still hurt, they keep showing me this, the Three of Swords, and a caterpillar. It's like you're just coming out of that cocoon after a very painful healing process. They're showing me the Four of Swords. And I think that you're scared that you're scared to be vulnerable, because if you open up and if you show feelings and you're hurt again, like it's like this, I'm hearing the same thing will happen again or something like that. It's going to send you spiraling right back into that cocoon, and you're like, you've just come out of that dark place and worked very hard to do so. I think you're really scared of kind of going back there, is how I'm hearing it. So but you can't help it, because you're not meant to help it, because the universe knows what's right for you, and they're going to guide you to things when the time's right. So you're not going to show me a bird coming out of a nest, right? The bird doesn't know how to use those wings when it comes out of the nest for the first time. It has to learn to fly. And yes, sometimes they fall, sometimes, they get, it's a struggle, but actually using those muscles. So the bird's wings are like the heart muscle for me now. Yes, okay, I'm remembering something. The more they use them, the stronger they get and the more natural it feels. When I start tuning into your reading, this is what I was just saying yes to, I got very, very hot, extremely hot, very, very quickly. And I felt this massive pressure, or like feeling on my chest. It was just like my heart was stopping, or like I couldn't breathe. Maybe it's an anxiety attack, a panic attack for some of you. I'm sorry if you experience that. Do get help if you can. Speak to a doctor, or friends, people who can give you some tips on that. Mine is pregnancy breathing. I had anxiety when I was doing exams, which I'm going to come back to as well. My is it Lamar's, the pregnancy breathing, kind of my own version on it, my own spin on it. I started doing that, and it worked. Really concentrating just on breathing, and it worked for me, and counting. So I'd count in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it for a second, and then out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and really forcing myself to focus on the numbers and the breathing stops me having those panic attacks so severely. So I don't know if that's helpful to anyone. Yeah, when you're in love with a beautiful woman by Dr. Hook and somebody. When you're in love with a beautiful woman. So I thought, oh, that's really sweet. And then I Googled the lyrics and I was like, oh, okay. It's like he's saying, I'm in love with this beautiful woman, but like it's a bad thing because all my friends are also interested in her, and there's competition, and like will I be able to keep her? So I feel like this is sort of the way somebody's feeling about you, or the way you're feeling about like falling back into love. It's like, oh no, I've fallen in love with this person, but I know that they have a lot of options, something like that. I don't want to have to, I'm sorry, I'm getting it. I don't want to have to like constantly be looking over my shoulder. I don't want to have to constantly feel like someone's going to steal them from me. It's like I'd rather be independent. Charles Dickens, hi, Charles Dickens. He was a Capricorn, and he had Mercury in Capricorn placement. And he's, I found this quote by him today, and it was, there are dark shadows on the earth. There are dark shadows on the earth, but its lights are stronger by the contrast. There are dark shadows on the earth, but the lights are stronger by the contrast. So the gift that you've been given by the universe for surviving those dark times, those dark, I get cave imagery for you a lot, those depths, the dark night of the soul. Perhaps you've had a dark night of the soul, or depression, or really, really tough challenges. Then when you get the happiness, it's going to be so bright. You're going to need shades. I just put that in my head. I don't know what that means. It's going to be so bright by the contrast. It's going to be like, I'm seeing a seagull flying really high right now. I'm looking out my window as I do the reading. There's just a seagull circling overhead. It's going to be, the good times are going to be so good by the contrast, and you'll appreciate them. If you had them before the dark times, you may not have appreciated them, and that might be what the guilt was about, because you didn't know how bright they were and how good they were until they were gone. And then, so the darkness that came when you lost the good times, and that nostalgia for the good times, that's why it was so dark, I guess. But then the bright times are coming back, but you're going to appreciate them more now. You're going to see the value in them because you've had the dark times. So it's like somebody who's never had to worry about money all their life, and then suddenly they, a bad series of events happens, and they struggle for money, and it's like, well, I know how that feels now. It could be like you used to look down on people and say, oh, they should get a job, or I'm not saying this is you, I'm just giving you the example that they're giving me, so you can understand the point that's being made. I'd never be homeless. I'd always make sure my kids had something to eat, and I'd take any job that was. And then it's like all of a sudden you put into those other people's shoes, and you're like, oh my god, it's not that easy. I didn't realize actually how difficult it can get, but I do now. So when the universe gives you the things back, you're not going to take them for granted, and you're going to understand how gifted you are, to be in a position where you're not struggling or lacking. Okay, so the darkness into the light into darkness into light again, but the light is going to be so much brighter by the contrast. Okay, so as I was tuning in directly before I did the reading, they were showing me a dragon's tail. I think it was, I feel like it was red, it could have been green, but it gave me the Welsh flag. I don't know if somebody's from Wales, or there's some Wales thing going on here, especially because you can see I've got this tartan. I don't know why I'm using the tartan today. Normally I use my flowery fabric, but you've got tartan. So I think Wales does have a checked fabric. I think tartans normally, people normally think of Scotland, but I think generally it's like a Celtic thing. So even like the UK, the royal family has a tartan. So yeah, but I'm getting kind of maybe Wales. I saw a rooster, particularly the red like head part of the rooster. It's like a bobbly head, right? And then they were telling me, pass this test. So I don't know if you're testing me, like this is a test for me, I have to pass some sort of test for you, or if this is like you're passing a test, like driving test, or like I was saying about, I had anxiety going into exams, so you could be doing some sort of exam, or like a course or something, you have to pass a test, but something to do with pass this test. And then I was sort of asking, how do we pass the test, what's the answer? And I was getting something like, it was either like lightning, light string, light ring, or like ring, or like Kring. I don't know who Kring is or what Kring is. Kring, like Christmas? I don't know. Kris Kringle? Yeah, lightning, light string, light ring, like ring, like Kring. So I couldn't quite get what they were saying, but it sounded like that, right? It began with an L probably and ended with a ring. And then I got Begin Again by Taylor Swift. So yeah, they've been showing me this all day. So yeah, I was like, I'm not doing a reading today. I'm not doing a reading on camera today. I've done some off camera because I keep getting this urge. And But then I was like, it's Thursday, Capricorn want me to do a reading, apparently. Maybe that's the test. Maybe this is the test. I don't know. So, Capricorn, because you're special, because I want you to be happy, you're getting my new oracle deck. It's Carolyn Mitchell's Dragon Path. So I've got dragons and fairies for you. So it's so funny because I was using the dragon deck and I'm burning you a dragon's blood joss stick. Dragons could be particularly significant for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. I am tripping over my own wire now. Okay. I'm going to try and speed this up. I don't want to have you here all day. I'll just pull cards quickly. We'll see what we get. Confidence check. Are you working on your confidence, Cappy? You have been doing that for a while. Asclepius and healing. Healing from something. Asclepius is about healing. So let's read this lovely yellow golden dragon. He looks very confident. I think you need a confidence boost, possibly, especially if you've been hurt or you're feeling guilty about something, or I don't know. Let's just see what the dragon has to say. Confidence. So Leo energy. What is it? The second chakra, is it? The sacral chakra? Trust yourself, your inner wisdom and your intuition, or the solar plexus. Could be solar plexus. I'm still not great on chakras. Call upon this dragon when your confidence has taken a knock, or when you feel you are unable to trust your own judgment. Yes, I'm picking that up for you. Something about trusting your own judgment, your judgment being a bit off. Don't do anything spontaneous right now. If you're feeling like your judgment's a little bit shaky, go into that patience energy. Don't take risks. But he gives you the hope and courage you need to carry on. He encourages you to dig deep and take the next step. He will be beside you all the way, supporting you as you go. He has beautiful dragon energy, and you can call upon in times of personal crisis and need. Confidence is an awesome dragon to work with, but be warned, he can also be forthright. He says, you can't sit there wallowing. Here we go. It's not me telling you this, Cappy. It's the confidence dragon. He says, you can't sit there wallowing in self-pity. You have a job to do, so get on with it. That is exactly what I said in my notes, where I was like, get out of your head and get into earth energy, where you just like, do the tasks, do the thing, take the next step, just do it. Stop thinking and do, right? He continues, you have many talents to draw upon and use. Yeah, of course you do, earth energy. Yes, you have taken a few knocks and bruises along the way, yeah, but that is life. Your infinite abilities are yet to be explored and uncovered. Your task now is to trust yourself, your inner wisdom, and your intuition. Follow your feelings and listen to your inner guidance. This might well be scary, and you will be taking yourself out of your comfort zone, but playing it safe doesn't aid your personal or spiritual growth. Take the lead, Cappy, take the lead. If you have no idea what course of action to take, that's what I was feeling. Ask for his guidance, but remember, he is not in any way soft or fluffy. He will tell or show you what you need to do. No, bluntly, and put things in your path that you need to understand. So it feels like that Saturn energy, right? That tough love energy. Look for the lessons, and from there you will begin to develop exponentially, both spiritually and personally. You will find your way under his compassionate guidance. Part of what confidence teaches us is that we are responsible for our own experiences, however painful or joyous. We need to learn to live, love, forgive, heal, and move on. That's what you're doing. But I feel like it's yourself as well. Like, you're learning to carry on living, like that cocoon caterpillar energy. You're learning to live again, to love again, to forgive yourself, to heal those emotional wounds and move forward. He's probably one of the toughest dragons I have ever encountered. Excuse me. I'm getting like Dragon's Den as well. I don't know if some of you are like entrepreneurs. Yet he is also gentle and caring. Tough love, I think it's called. Although he's straight talking, He does straight talk, and hold the sugar, please. Sorry, Dolly Parton, another Capricorn. He does have huge compassion for us humans' doings, not human beings, human doings. So don't simply be. You've got to do the things, Capricorn. But I think some of you right now, because they're showing me the Eight of Pentacles, it's like all I'm doing is working hard. You don't know how hard I'm working. I do. Bear that in mind if you get a telling off from him, dragon style. Well, I feel like I'm gonna get told off by a Capricorn. That dad energy. Sorry to the girly Capricorns, but okay. I'm hearing dressing down. Somebody could be getting a dressing down from a Capricorn. I hope it's not me. Right, okay, let's get you a fairy oracle message. Light, there you go. What was that quote again by, I keep on thinking it was Charles Darwin. It could have been Charles Darwin or Charles Dickens, one of those two. There are dark shadows on the earth, but its lights are stronger by the contrast. Inner child there as well. The fairies of playfulness remind you to take time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. That's the thing I think I was trying to get through before. It's like your judgment may be a little bit off. I feel like I'm getting this energy of you being fed up of being patient, and it's making you feel impulsive and reckless. I think it's quite unlike you to be in that energy. So just watch it. It may be something going on with your chart right now that's making you be a little bit more impulsive. I think, you know, the confidence dragon is telling you to do the things, to go for it, to take the lead, to take the job offer, to, you know, put yourself out there, like be the star performer. So you are being told to take those opportunities if they come towards you, but not in a way that's reckless, in a way that's kind of practical and grounded with that Virgo energy. They keep showing me cards that I associate with Virgo, which is like Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So that kind of like slow and steady wins the race. So take the steps, do the things, but do it in your way. You know, you don't have to be reckless. You don't have to be like that Aries fool energy. You can do things, but pack your sandwiches first, you know. Like be the responsible earth sign, but do the fun things. You don't have to be all responsibilities all the time. You know, you can do the fun things with a little bit of prep, a little bit of common sense behind it. Okay. Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. It's going to be okay. Like, I feel like you are coming out of it now. But I think with anything, I opened it right on the page, guys. I opened it right on the page. Tell me that isn't a sign. Okay, so she's got these rainbows as well, which signify healing. What was I going to say? No idea, it's gone. Okay. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Love and light and all things bright will remove your fears in the darkest night. This is a message direct from the fairy queen of light. Light is your protection. It casts away any shadows, and whenever it shines, the truth will ultimately be revealed. I keep getting this truth thing as well for you. The fairy queen of light also comes to remind you that you are light. She stands in the dark forest, and yet her light travels so far, she can find her way clearly through the darkness. I've had this for you for so long. This metaphor of somebody being in like a dark cave or like a dark pit or like that underworld shadow world energy of doing that shadow work, or, you know, dark feelings, being in, you know, really going through it. And then there was this firefly energy. It's a repeating motif for you. It keeps coming through in your readings, where it's like, it could be a friend, it could be a spirit guide. It's like that light in the darkness. Again, it came through in one of your last readings. I remember like the cave with the star, and it's guiding you through. Keeps coming through for you, but it's saying you are that light. So, oh my god, that's a message. Okay, I've moved to kind of sets of drawers around in my room today, and I've now got two mirrors facing each other. So you're reflecting yourself back at you. Whatever you think you're following, the star, the light at the end of the tunnel, the star, they're giving me Kelis. it's a reflection of you. So there is nothing special about me. I'm just a little star. If you if it seems like I'm shining, it's probably a reflection of something that you already are. I may not be the brightest, nor am I the last one you'll see, but inside I feel the darkness. That's just fine with me. Is that the words? You'll have to go and look up the lyrics. You'll have to go and Google it. But I'll write it in the description box down below for you. Lil Star. But then he says, keep shining and shining. It's just a matter of timing. When the grinding gets tiring, don't let it stop you from smiling. 'Cause in the dark of the night, you're all I can see, and you sure look like a star to me. Love that song. Okay, so it's a reflection of you. Whatever you think you're following, or whoever you think you're following, they're shining you back at you. It's a reflection of you, right? Of the light inside you. Because you can't oh my god, the messages, because you can't have light without something to bounce the light off. You can't see light, right? Light is, you see, the reason why we see is because the light bounces off things and back into our eyes, right? Some of the rainbow, I'm going back into physics again, some of the rainbow is like absorbed by like dark colors and things like this, and then the other colors bounce back at us. So it's like that refraction of light. So you're only seeing things because of your own light. It feels like a weird metaphor. I don't know if it fully works, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. She stands in the dark forest, yet her light travels so far she can find her way clearly through the darkness. If you feel as though you can't find your own light, she will offer you one of her lamps to illuminate your path, and the path of others who need to discover their own inner light. This is what you've been getting with the ascent, right? It's like you had to go first and then other people could follow you. It's an instinctive thing to be attracted to light, and when you shine yours, it will attract others like moths to a flame. Fairy light, maybe, I don't know. Fairy light has a different quality to other light. It contains magical particles that not only expose the truth, but also reveal the beauty of a situation and the lesson to receive from it. When the light of truth shines, it feels like Libran energy so much. When the light of truth shines, nothing can be hidden, and the shadows are exposed. There's nothing harsh about this healing and revealing light. The fairy queen of light shines her light gently and peacefully, but persistently too, until only the truth remains. She reminds us that when we can face the darkness and the shadow side of ourselves without fear, the light can remain as a permanent part of our seeing and our life and our experience in life. I'm going to, because I waffled over that quite a lot, I'm actually going to just show you that page, and you can pause it and read it at your own speed. And I love that that's reinforcing the things that I've been picking up on. Okay, so what energy is Capricorn in right now? Yeah, there you go, look. In the night. In the dark of the night, you're all I can see. Because the moon is reflecting the light of the sun, which is why we can see. But he doesn't even need the light because he's got the sonar. So you've got a special gift. You've got your intuition. You've got your intuition in the darkness, because the moon shines in the darkness. And even when you can't see the moon, it's always there. Right, when the moon is in shadow, when there's no moon in the sky, it's still there. You just can't see it, but you can sense it because of your intuition. Okay, and then the horses like power through. The horses work really, really hard. So you could have Sagittarius in your chart perhaps, but you're working really hard, but also wanting to run wild and free, right? So where is Cappy going? What energy is Cappy moving towards? One of my favorite cards, the peacock as well. There, you're gonna get through this. You're gonna probably get a lot of money. This is your card, peacock's are very quickly symbolizing Capricorn for me, because it's the Nine of Pentacles. For me, you can actually count its eyes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it reminds me that, look at the unicorn as well. You're gonna get so fancy, Capricorn. This is like the believe in the impossible card, and the cosmic egg. Oh, this is so cool. Right, okay. Believe in the impossible. So big manifestation energy now, because this is like the imaginary, and this is the tangible. So this is like creative energy, universal energy, star energy, the potential energy, believing in the dreams, and then this is actually grounding the dreams and making them real with that brilliant peacock energy of yours. So the peacock card is the Nine of Pentacles for me, which is a Capricorn card, and it talks about somebody who's doing really quite well, actually being quite independent. You know, they've got a lot of skills, they're kind of good where they are, not codependent in any way, shape or form, really doing the kind of the self-care stuff, being very practical, being you know, being very nurturing, but pouring that nurturing energy inwards in towards themselves. I feel like this is taking you towards some sort of abundance here, a golden opportunity. It's like Ace of Pentacles energy, a golden egg, but it's tangible, it's real, it's something you can grasp. But then you've got this like horse energy. It's like, I've been working, but I like escape into the fantasy, into that you keep getting this kind of Pisces ability to manifest through fantasy. It's like, if you can dream it, you can be it. If you can envision it, you can do it, because you've got the skills. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm going to do it like this. It could be that you're working very hard, perhaps actually being a bit solo, being a bit independent, right? Because you're very committed to building up some sort of nest egg, but that nest egg is going to take you into kind of a position where you can follow your dreams. Because this is what the third eye is, right? Look at the yellow of the third eye there on that moon. The thing that's you're following your intuition. You're pouring yourself. Look at all the yellow. You're following your intuition, and your intuition is telling you to work really hard right now to build up some sort of money, or to take an opportunity, to take the lead, right? If it's going to bring you some money, and like really look after yourself, really value yourself, have that inner confidence, of your own ability to achieve your goals, and the grounded practical skills that you have, the knowledge you've built up over time, that critical eye that Capricorn can cast on a situation where it's like, okay, this is how we're going to make this happen, here's the problems, very, very practical, very businesslike, but in a very confident, almost cocky kind of way. But this is part of you building your confidence back up, right? You want to feel secure. You want to feel like you're operating from a secure, stable base before you do anything that's too Piscean and too kind of cosmic, right? It's like, there is time for this, but your intuition is telling you need to be stable first. Okay, I'm going to quickly do a Celtic cross for you. I'm going to kind of hopefully fly through it a little bit here. Let's just move all these up. Heart of the matter, please, for Cappy. Oh, hello. Page of Cups. Yeah, confirming what I pulled off. Confirming what I was pulling for you. So you are opening your heart back up again. You are exploring emotions. You're kind of taking those first tentative steps into perhaps new feelings, or even just talking to people about your feelings, opening up a little bit more, sort of maybe taking a little bit of that business-like facade, not even facade, that business-like demeanor off, that business-like, there's nothing false about it. There's nothing false about it, because it's naturally who you are. But there's something where you show one aspect of yourself, one side of yourself quite a lot, especially in like work situations, or, it could even be like family situations where you're getting things done. So you've got this kind of perhaps brusque nature, where being quite business-like. Tell you what, if you have got Virgo in your chart, go watch Virgo's reading, which is going up on Saturday, because they were doing this very black and white work thing. So it feels like a similar message. And they were going towards this rainbow friend. So go and watch that reading on Saturday if this is resonating for you. So it's like, it can be hard to switch gear and get back into those I mean, I do it myself as well. My mum's quite poorly, and I've been having a few difficult conversations with her, and um, I'm a little bit private about such things, you know, and also this feeling of like I don't want to talk about other people's things that they might get embarrassed about, and I don't want to, you know, because if something's private to you, especially if when relationships are involved, you know, there's other people involved in that, and I think you'll understand this, Capricorn, because you are quite respectful. I think there's a sense of kind of loyalty to the people around you where it's like you don't want to air your dirty laundry in public. She says doing tarot videos where all my dirty laundry is public now. But you know, when there's other people involved, you don't want to be gossiping. You don't want to feel like you're kind of talking about people behind the back, perhaps. So you may just kind of compartmentalize, and this is what I find myself doing quite often, where it's like, oh, this is work now. I put my work face on. This is friends. I'm here to have fun and be happy. I don't want to bring the mood down. So it can be quite difficult actually to say, oh, you know, something really rubbish happened, or you know, I'm struggling with this, because you don't want to put that on others, especially, yes, Capricorn, because you're so like, you take on everybody else's burdens, but you don't want to burden anyone else with your problems. So you're there staggering under the weight of everybody else's burdens and problems and responsibilities and feelings, while actually neglecting your sideline in your own. And I think actually you're starting to open up a little bit here emotionally. It could be that it could be love for you, which is kind of what was coming through with those songs, but it could just be opening your heart a little bit, and you know, allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable. You know, those butterfly wings are never going to get strong if you don't unfurl them a little bit at a time. So yeah, what's the obstacle here? What's the obstacle, please? This might be a slight variation on the Celtic cross. It's my own way of doing it, just so you know, if you're used to doing them a different way. The obstacle the obstacle is could be that you're very, very passionate about someone or something, but you think there may be other people involved. You may be worried about people gossiping about something that you're passionate about. You know, especially if you move towards somebody in a very passionate way, there may be gossip around that. See, the Three of Cups can be a positive card. It can mean the friends and family and co-workers around you, you know, who are normally very supportive, you know, your tribe, if you like, but here they're showing as an obstacle. So you may be worried about what people around you may think about you if you follow your passions. I heard if you do something courageous, and I heard two things. So the second thing was if you do something courageous, and the other thing was, I'm sorry, I lost it and they're not giving it me back. If you follow your passions, or you do something that makes you feel alive again. Like, what are people going to think of that, perhaps? Are they going to support you? What if you open your heart up about the things that you're passionate about? What are people going to say about that? Or, you know, what if you let in too many emotions, and you can't hold, you know, what if you're not prepared to handle all these new emotions, you know, all these new connections, and they're you know, they're pouring too much into your cup, and you know, your cup's like this little tiny flame here. It's new, it's your emotional space is just opening up, just reigniting. And what if people, you know, dump all this emotional burden on you, and you know, your fire goes out, something like that, perhaps? It feels a bit overwhelming, you know. You're still, it could be like you've left a relationship, and the thought of doing online dating is just overwhelming to you. I mean, these cards could be really positive, but they're showing as the obstacle. You could be worried that somebody's a player, somebody has a lot of other, you know, somebody has a bit of a party lifestyle, they're a bit of a player. This is a problem for you because you come from a more stable place, perhaps. What led you here? Oh, hello. Somebody may have opened their heart up to you. Queen of Cups. They're shown in the positive, so it can be Cancerian energy, doesn't have to be. It can be water sign energy, doesn't have to be. It's more about just how you're showing as a Page of Cups and your Capricorn. Although I do say that that Piscean energy, believing in the dreams, it could even be that the dreamer within you. We all have a lot in our chart, so it doesn't have to be one particular sign, but I feel like somebody opened their heart up to you, or you could have opened your heart up to somebody else and then, kind of got really hesitant and kind of pulled back. So it could be you, it could be somebody else. But yeah, this is saying, could be a mother as well, I'm getting. If your mother's like a particularly water sign, could be somebody's pregnant, she's got a hand on her stomach. So but also this like lightning bolt in her head. I feel like you were shocked to learn that somebody had feelings for you, but you've got your back turned to this person. This person's following you, offering you their cup, but you've got your back turned because you think they're a player. This is subconscious strength. The World card. So subconsciously you are completing a cycle, you are learning some lessons. Again, if you're doing a course, this is you completing the course, and this is subconsciously a strength for you. It's a hidden talent, a hidden power. There could be something with travel or something with the internet that is also acting as a strength for you. What is the conscious strength, please, for Cappy at this time? Saving money or being guarded. It could be in your interest right now to be a little bit guarded. Also clinging on to something. You could be holding on to something or holding back. And that is actually a strength for you at the moment. So almost like biting your tongue, holding back, waiting for more information is actually playing to your strengths right now. What is Cappy's greatest fear here? That you'll be alone. That you'll be alone, that you'll go back into that dark place where you feel very alone. You have to go back into that soul-searching energy. Could be some, again, Virgo, could be dealing with a Virgo, have strong Virgo in your chart. Afraid that you have to go back into that learning process of back to the drawing board. Okay, I feel like you've just come through the darkness. You've come through this, sorry, just spat, I'm so gross. This long journey of being on your own for a long period of time. Telling you what, I ate so much salty cheese and pasta. I think I just need to drink some more water. I think that's what the problem is. Yeah. I feel like you've gone through something. I think like you've had a dark night of the soul and you don't want to go back there. It's like, can I just say I've learned the lesson now and move on to a new cycle? And this is saying actually subconsciously, I think the universe has recognized that you've completed a cycle of learning, that you've done the soul searching, that you've taken the lessons on board. So it is time to wrap something up here, to complete the cocoon process, to complete the new birth cycle into the new Capricorn, the new confident peacock Capricorn who's not afraid to dream, and not afraid to dream big. I'm hearing it was something kept small. It could be that people have kept you small, or poo-pooed your ideas, like made fun of your dreams, or that you've kept yourself small. And I could never have that, I could never do that, I could never be that person. Imposter syndrome, talking yourself out of things, that's not very Capricorn energy, but it could be in one aspect of your life. You could be very good at a lot of things. There you go, magician energy. It's saying, yeah, manifest your ideas. Bring the cosmic egg. This is like, bring the cosmic egg down to earth, right? You're showing us the magician. You can do this through your hard work, through your skills. This actually did come out through in an off-camera reading today. Through your, this is saying you can manifest whatever you want to manifest. Believe in your dreams. You have got the skills you need. You have got the talents. You've got everything that you need to make this a reality. But I feel like, because again, I did an off-camera reading and I'm getting a similar message through. I think actually being a little bit guarded is actually playing into your interest here, because this is, again, Virgo, Gemini energy. It's a little bit having your cards up your sleeve, like holding back slightly, keeping some cards close to your chest, not quite revealing everything, you know, the whole plan. Um, but yeah, you can do it. This is saying you can do it. Bring those dreams. Can you see this is like the spirit symbol as well? Two spirit symbols here. Bring it down into reality here. A gift from the universe. Yeah. And the elephant there. Take slow, like third eye lit up, knowing where you're heading, taking slow steps to get there, keeping that light burning in the darkness, right? You've got this. Being a bit wounded warrior there as well. His tusk is broken. Keep on going. Slow and steady wins the race. You know where you're going. Manifest. You can do it. Where do I want to put this? I don't know. I'm going to put him back in. He may come back out again, but we know he was there. Who is outside of Capricorn? Who is affecting Capricorn right now? Who can help Capricorn? Or who is... Oh my God, the sun. Could be a Leo. The light. The light is helping you right now. Whatever the light is for you, the light is a friend. The light is guiding you. The light is here to help you on your journey. Whatever the light symbolizes for you. Follow the light. Not literally, not in like, I don't know, not in that way, but the light, the sun, the light. And I think it's within you, but being reflected back at you by somebody or someone or something else. I think you know where to go and what to do, but you have to trust that intuition, that third eye knowing, right? King of Pentacles, that's you. It could be Taurus, but it's you. Okay, I didn't ask a question. It's just showing me. The King of Pentacles actually is a husband as well. Like the Nine of Pentacles is single. The Queen or King of Pentacles is husband or wife or boss or business partner. So you could be partnering up in business or a relationship or both. Advice. The best advice you have, please. Whoa. Wish fulfillment. Can you see this all right? Wish fulfillment. Making yourself happy. Wishes coming in. This was another thing that you were getting. You're going to get wish fulfillment. You're going to make yourself happy. You're going to realize that you don't have to be codependent. But there is an end to something. There is some sort of painful end here. Make yourself happy. After some kind of painful ending, possibly with an Empress. This is a little bit feeling stabbed in the back as well. But the sun rises after the Ten of Swords. So it could be that you've had some sort of painful ending here with a wife, a mother, a boss. You could have felt betrayed, or you are really seizing the wheel of your own life after some sort of ending. But it's a painful ending. Somebody could have drank too much. But your advice. Keep working on your own happiness, your own sense of fulfilling your own wishes. Doing the things that create emotional independence, possibly from some sort of mother figure. Heal from any feelings of betrayal. It could be self-sabotage as well. Don't self-sabotage with alcohol. So take any of these that resonate, leave anything that doesn't. Take the wheel of your own life, or move towards somebody who is in high vibrational Empress energy. Again, wife, mother, divine feminine. However it resonates for you. Advice. Follow your wish fulfillment. Heal after a painful ending. Take the wheel of your own life in a very nurturing way. Self-care. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. And where is this taking, Cappy? We've got the Emperor and the Empress. You're going to get really balanced. You're going to get really healed. Whoa, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Some of you are, again, this could be you stepping into Empress energy, becoming the Empress, or this could be telling you there's an Empress coming into your life. And that would be like, if you're interested in women, then this would be like your perfect woman. Wife, mother material, somebody that you can grow with, somebody that you can have an empire with. Could be somebody who's like not even a love interest, but it's like a business person coming to partner up with you. Look at this. This is what you want to see in a tarot card reading. Tell you what. It could be you balancing out both sides of yourself, the Emperor and Empress within, the yin and the yang. It could be that you are meeting somebody who's your divine counterpart, and there's going to be a huge ignition of very passionate, very creative. The Empress is, the lovely thing about these cards is the Empress is a symbol of ideas, creative energy, potential, support. The Emperor makes it happen. So if you want to think of the Empress as being like a muse, and the Emperor as being the person who puts the practical plan into action, they work together as a team. They are divine counterparts. This can be within you, two sides of yourself coming together, or it could be literally somebody entering your life who's like meant to enter your life, and they are meant to either have a huge amount of passion either between you for each other or for some sort of project that you're working on. But that is very cool. So you're going, if you ask me, am I going in the right direction? 100% yes. 100% yes. I don't think you're meant to keep flying solo for too long, though. That's your fear. Maybe you are meant to take the leap of faith. I don't know. But while this is saying to you, have faith, be strong. Oh, High Priestess. Use your intuition. Be strong. Use your intuition. Again, this is talking about two people who support each other, the Strength card. It can talk about confidence as well. Take risks. But in the upright, the Fool takes risks in a responsible way. You know, you're not betting your last dollar kind of thing. You're jumping through hoops. You're riding those waves with a happy-go-lucky nature. So it's saying be happy-go-lucky. Trust in the miracles. Trust where your intuition is leading you. Trust the divine to show you the way. Move towards the new with the Fool card, especially if you're wrapping something up. Sorry, my cat had fleas, and we've treated them with everything under the sun, and I've actually sprayed like a flea spray all over the carpet, hoovered everything, and they still appear. I literally do not know where they're coming from. Like, I don't know what, there's literally nothing else I can do. They're still coming. Like, they're like bionic fleas. Right, okay. Now that you know my dirty little secrets, literally. Yeah. Trusting the divine. This is trusting the divine. This is trusting the divine. This is having confidence in your own divine plan, in your own, following your own destiny, life plan, dreams and wishes. Keeping it to yourself. Keeping something held back is actually a strength for you. Okay, so. Bit odd to pull one of these cards, but they've been showing me that take the lead card all day. So let's just see what you get. The maze. Yeah, I feel like you've been in a bit of a mental maze, but you're going to come out of it. You are going to come out of it. This is the ugly this is the penis house. It's the ugly house card for me. I don't like the way it looks. Fours are about foundations, about stability, about house and home. King of Cups there is somebody who's got a huge amount of emotional balance. So I feel like there is something going on for you where you are thinking about your stability, you are thinking about your foundations, you are wanting to invest a lot of love into a home situation, but there could be some confusion about how to do this, or it could be that you're leaving one home situation because what should have been good became ugly. So you're wrapping things up there and moving towards something that's a bit better for you. Yeah, you're following your destiny, you're following your dreams, you're following, your birth chart, your divine map of your life. Ooh, the whip card there. Don't like the whip card. This talks about being burdened. That's the I've never seen it this way before. I've always kind of seen it as one piece, but today I'm seeing it as the whip and as the rods. Now the rods, I believe, were carried by magistrates in Rome into the Senate house. There was a symbol of, I think it was a symbol of like the responsibilities of the people, and it was a sign of humility as well. So there's something to do with remembering to be humble, not be too much of a, don't crack the whip too hard, don't be afraid of, and I don't think you are, about not being afraid of doing some of the work yourself. But also the burdens are a symbol of authority, they're a symbol of status, of wealth. So there's something to do with like the whip cracking. It's like the combination. I'm not quite sure what I'm getting with that, but maybe it means something to you. Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah, keep going, slow and steady wins the race. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll get you a few more songs when I close out the reading, and they'll be in that description box down below. So do go and check those out. You bullied me into this reading, Cappy. It's your fault we're here today. I was perfectly happy building my wardrobes and fighting the never-ending battle with the fleas. I did have a dream actually last night, and I don't know if this is going to be any significance to you, but now it's a bit of a weird dream. I was hanging out with Shane Dawson and Morgan Adams, as you do, and these are like quite famous YouTubers. They fairly wealthy right now, and I don't think it's so much about them, but there was something to do with like, it could be like hanging out with the stars, right? Or being friends with people who are quite well off. It could be that you're friends with people who are doing quite well for themselves. And they said to me, oh, you can go and use the streaming studio. They had like an office space that was set up for doing YouTube videos or Twitch streaming and this kind of thing. So it's like, oh, because I'm friends with these famous people. I'm not, by the way. Never even spoke a word to any of them in my life, and they would have no clue who I am. But in my dream, like the symbolism was like having friends in high places, or having friends who can lend you office space, or it's like, well, we're not using it. We're blessed. We're lucky. You may as well use it. And, it's there for you if you need it. So there was generosity, sort of that Six of Pentacles energy there. But I went and used it. And because they weren't really using it that often, there was a few things wrong. And one of the things was they had these really big bugs. They were like almost like giant ladybirds, but they were kind of flat, like a leaf bug. And they jumped. This is just my paranoia about the fleas, I think. Like, genuinely cannot get rid of them. It's driving me crazy. Any tips would be greatly appreciated. And, like, the cat's not even in the house anymore. She spends, like, 90% of the time outside. I'm like, where are they coming from? Like, going around all the skirting boards and everything, spraying everything. Like, I cannot get rid of them. But anyway, this dream, there was, like, one of these leaf bugs, and it was on its back, and its little legs were going. So I helped it. I kind of like flipped it over back onto its front, and it like leapt. But there were like two of them, and they were quite big. They were like this big, and they were leaping around, and they were like on me. And I was like, I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't want them. So in the end, I ended up leaving the office space because I was plagued by these jumpy bugs. So I don't know if that has any relevance to anybody, because a lot of the time the dreams do have some kind of symbolism. So if that's something for you, there you go. It may just be me being very itchy and paranoid right now. I promise you, I'm not scruffy. I just can't get rid of them. They're just horrible. I don't like them. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. bug problems, right? And yeah, do take care. I hope that was helpful to you. And I guess I'll see you next Thursday, Cappy. Remember to take the lead. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't get too impatient and do anything rash. You're going in the right direction. Trust your instincts. There's one. Oh, they're horrible. Trust your instincts and yeah, hold back a little bit. Wrap up what you need to wrap up. You are going in the right direction. There you go, validation. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.